when I'm lonesome, and she cries when I'm sad. She's up in the good times, she's down in the bad. Whenever I'm discouraged, she knows just what to do. But girl, she doesn't know about you. I can tell her my trouble, she makes them all seem right. I can make up excuses not to hold her at night. We can talk of tomorrow, I'll tell her of things that I want to do. But girl, how can I tell her about you? How can I tell her about you? Girl, please tell me what to do. Everything seems right whenever I'm with you. So girl, won't you tell me how to tell her about you? How can I tell her I don't miss her whenever I'm away? How can I say it's you I think of every single night and day? But when is it easy telling someone we're through? Oh girl, help me tell her about you. How can I tell her about you? Girl, please tell me what to do. Everything seems right whenever I'm with you. So girl, won't you tell me how to tell her about you? When I saw you standing there, I about fell out my chair. And when you moved your mouth to speak, I felt the blood go to my feet. Now it took time for me to know what you tried so not to show. Something in my soul just cried. I see yourself years ago. You'd never let your feelings show. The obligation that you made for the title that they gave. Baby, I'd love you and want me the way that I want you, the way that it should be. Baby, you love me and want you the way that I want to, if you'd only let me. Now it took time for me to know what you tried so not to show. But something in my soul just cries. I see the warmth in your blue eyes. Baby, I love you and want me the way that I want you, the way that it should be. Baby, you love me and want you the way that I want to, if you'd only let it be. Oh, oh baby, I love you and want me the way that I want you, the way that it should be. Baby, you love me and want you the way that I want to, if you only let it be. The rain is falling down outside. You wanna be with someone special, you wanna get away and hide. You feel all depressed and lonely, like the rain on the roof above. You think you're missing someone you once knew, but what you're missing is someone to love. Someone to love, someone to love. What you're missing is someone to love, someone to love, someone to love. What you're missing, baby, is someone to love. So you go out and you go cruising, and you meet some guy in a bar, and he takes you home and he loves you, but that don't take you very far. Cause when the thrill is gone, you get restless, so you take your things and go on home. But when you get there, you feel all empty, cause you know that you're still alone. Without someone to love, someone to love. What you're missing is someone to love, someone to love, someone to love. What you're missing then, what you're missing, baby, is someone to love. Someone to love. Someone to love, someone to love. What you need is someone to love, someone to love, someone to love. What you need, baby, what you need, what you need is someone to love. Someone to love, someone to love. does the loving go when it's gone away? Tell me, when does the heartache end? Or is it bound to stay? I always thought that we would last forever, a love that never ever would be ending. But now I see it isn't meant to be, and I've got to stop pretending. Tell me, where are all the dreams that we used to share? Are they lost to some other time? Or will they still be there? I can't believe that my place could be taken, my heart so easy breaking up inside. 'Cause after all this time, I've thought of you as mine, and it's hard to let go. My heart says no, and I never knew we were losing touch. I didn't think we could change so much. Don't take your leave of me just yet. Smile for me once more, so I won't forget. Tell me, where is another chance like the one we knew? Tell me, where can I find someone, someone just like you? I can't imagine what I'm gonna do, 'cause I've lived my life for you and all we've planned. I don't think I'll ever understand, where does the love end?
I never wanted anyone before, half as much as I want you. I finally found what I've been searching for my whole life through. You're the answer to the prayers I've prayed, more than I ever dreamed of. So I give to you my heart today, and pledge my eternal love. I'll be faithful, faithful till the end. I'm so thankful that heaven chose to send you, and this love will last forever. Forever I'll be true, I'll be faithful to you. You're my one and only one, you see. There's just no one to compare. I'll hold and keep beyond our golden years. Our two hearts will always beat as one. One thing you can know for sure, I promise that I'll never let you down. Your trust in me secure, I'll be faithful, faithful till the end. I'm so thankful that heaven chose to send you, and this love will last forever. Forever I'll be true and be faithful to you. I'll be faithful, faithful. I'll be faithful to you. Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting treasure, or just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic of your sight? Will you still love me tomorrow? Tonight with words unspoken, you said that I'm the only one. But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? I'd like to know that your love is the love I can be sure of. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? you still love me tomorrow? Will 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 you still love me
I'm sure it might have grown old, like most young things usually do, and dangling a line to try and find your mind. Oh, for that I can't blame you. Now I'm not questioning your motives for all the silly things you've done. Now you're coming round, putting yourself down, telling me I always was the one. It sure took a long time to miss me, a long time for you to come around, a long time to find what was wrong. Sure took a long, long time. The magic that we had together seems so much stronger than before. What did I learn to make the love return? Oh girl, I've got to learn some more. It sure took a long time to miss me, a long time for you to come around, a long time to find what was wrong. Sure took a long, long time. It took a long, long time. It took a long, long time. Oh, took a long, long I remember to this day the bright red Georgia clay, how it stuck to the tires after the summer rain. Willpower made that old car go, a woman's mind told me that's so. Oh, how I wish we were back on the road again. Me and you and a dog named Blue, traveling and a living off the land. Me and you and a dog named Blue, how I love being a free man. I can still recall the wheat field recall the silly things we did. She would want to ride upon my back to keep from stepping on a crack. I didn't think of it back then, but even when she did not win, she was happy just to play. Stony liked to live out every day. Stony, happy all the time. Stony, life is summertime. The joy you find in living every day. Stony, how I love your simple ways. The times when no one understood, seems that Stony always would. We'd walk for hours in the sand. She would always try and hold my hand. Stony, happy all the time. Stony, life is summertime. The joy you find in living every day. Stony, how I love your simple way. I don't recollect the time I fell in love with this old friend of mine, or when I first saw in her eyes what she tried so not to hide. Stony, happy all the time. Stony, life is summertime. The joy you find in living every day. Stony, how I love your simple way. Stony, happy all the time. Stony, life is summertime. The joy you find in living every day. Stony, how I love your simple ways. Stony, happy all the time. I bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you, let it be me. Don't take this heaven from one if you must cling to someone now and forever. Let it be me. Each time we meet, love, I find complete love. Without your sweet love, what would life be? So never leave me lonely. Tell me you'll love me only, and that you'll always let it be me.
life be.
So never leave me lonely. Tell me you love me only, and that you'll always let it be me, and that you'll always let it be me.
my soul, I tried in vain
sign is flashing, and in my mind I'm crashing. What to say? What to say? Words, they started flowing, passion started growing like years ago. The wine made my mind crazy, now I'm not so hazy. I gotta go, I gotta go. For the love we made today, it was just a foolish way to try to bring back yesterday. There ain't no way. Yeah, the love we made today, it was just a foolish way to try to bring back yesterday. There ain't no way. Falling, and in my mind it's calling me away. I'm staring at the ceiling, I can't let that feeling make me stay. Oh no, I just can't stay. For the love we made today, it was just a foolish way to try to bring back yesterday. There ain't no way. Yeah, the love we made today, it was just a foolish way to try to bring back yesterday. There ain't no way. Yeah, the love we made today, it was just a foolish way to try to bring back yesterday. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. Lying there beside me, with your head resting on my arm. Your body feels so warm, and your hair smells like a Sunday morning. I feel you moving closer, and I know what you're gonna say. But girl, there's just no way I'll ever like what you'll be saying. Don't tell me goodnight, it makes me feel so empty inside. And if only I could, I wouldn't sleep at all. Don't tell me goodnight, just let me drift off slowly away and dream of you. Just to let me know you're there, and I can feel your hair, and somehow I don't feel like sleeping. Don't tell me goodnight, it makes me feel so empty inside. And if only I could, I wouldn't sleep at all. Don't dream. Telephone rings, somebody says, baby, what you doing? I've been wondering where you've been. Now and then I think about you and me. There's no use fighting about things we can't recall, 'cause it don't matter, girl, at all. Just come on home, and baby, we'll laugh and sing, and we'll make love and let the telephone ring. Ring, ring, doorbell ring, baby, come on in. I got the Allman Brothers on the stereo. I'm glad you came around. I've been feeling down, talking to Tony and Mario. You know they make good conversation, but girl, that ain't no consolation. 'Cause I got love, and baby, I'd give you some. If somebody comes, well, let the doorbell ring. I said ring, ring, golden ring, around the sun, around your pretty finger. Ring, ring, voices ring with a happy tune. Anybody can be a singer. The sun comes up across the city. I swear you never look so doggone pretty. Hand in hand we'll stand upon the sand with the preacher man and let the wedding bell ring. Hand in hand we'll stand upon the sand with the preacher man and let the wedding bell ring. We'll stand upon the sand with the preacher man and let the wedding bell ring. If the time should ever come that you feel our race is run, and your old brass bed's the only thing that we share, if you think our ship's come in, let's just break it off, my friend, 'cause nothing's worse than
playing like you care.
There's nothing that's so final about leaving, even though I know that's what you've heard. Just like forgive, forget and try again. Goodbye is just another word.
Off in the night and live out all those stories in your head. When your shiny knight goes home and you're left there all alone and you need a friend, remember what I said.
There's nothing that's so final about leaving, even though I know that's what you've heard. Just like forgive, forget and try again. Goodbye is just another word. So final about leaving, even though I know that's what you've heard. Just like forgive, forget and try again. Goodbye is just another word. There's nothing that's so final about leaving, even though I know that's what you've heard. Just like forgive, forget and try again. Goodbye is just another word. Goodbye is just another word. Goodbye is just another word. Georgia, I ran into Gloria. She seemed like a mystic to me. With a wave of the hand, she could make you feel grand. That was a mystery. Now I'll admit she knew a lot of tricks, but so do lots of other chicks. She didn't do it like you can do magic. She didn't do it to me. She didn't do it like you can.
found you, you must now slip away. I know it's hard believing the words you've heard before, but darling, you must trust them just once more. 'Cause baby, goodbye doesn't mean forever. Let me tell you, goodbye doesn't mean we'll never be together again. If you wake up and I'm not there, I won't be long away. 'Cause the things you do, my goodbye girl, will bring me back to you. I know you've been taken, afraid to hurt again. You fight the love you feel for me instead of giving in. But I can wait forever, helping you to see that I was meant for you and you for me. So remember, goodbye doesn't mean forever. Let me tell you, goodbye doesn't mean we'll never be together again. Though we may be so far apart, you still would have my heart. So forget your past, my goodbye girl, 'cause now you're home at last. Everybody needs a someone waiting to be there when things are looking down. So if you feel a little lonely, go out, find your one and only. Somewhere out there, someone will care for you, and then never let her go. Never let her go. You may wonder how you know love, when the moment comes that you've been dreaming of. Well, true love takes a little longer. Your heart beats a little stronger. You'll know it's real. Inside you'll feel you're home at last. Then never let her go. Never let her go. So if you feel a little lonely, go out, find your one and only. Open your heart, give love a start, and watch it grow. And never let her go.